Hey, this is Steve Zook. Welcome back to Pokesoo channel. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. We're getting a lot of views, I think around 30,000 a month. And as always, try to offer a lot of free guitar instruction, as well as new guitars by the Recording King and the Lore from the Music Link. I carry all that new stuff. I also carry a lot of used guitars, acoustics, as well as a lot of jazz boxes because I love archtops. So, I've always got something, and feel free to go to stevezookguitars.net and hit the contact form, and then you can send me an email and let me know what you're looking for, what you're interested in, and then I can get you pictures or whatever we need to do to get you, more comfortable with what it is. But yeah, I work real hard to find great guitars. This is a passion for me. I'm kind of semi-retired. So, but today I'm actually showing this guitar, Ibanez, made out of Bubinga wood. I think it's an AG-95, and it's got some of the nicest, thickest wood. I love the wood on the Bubinga. Sometimes it can be big bubbles of quilt with flame. This one just has massive flame, big, inch wide or longer, even some much wider than an inch flame on the back. And Bubinga has a certain kind of a tone, which is real interesting. So I'm just going to do a little bit here so you can hear the tone of this guitar. Now I'm actually kind of using more of a fusion overdrive tone, but I've already done some clean tone, but we'll add more. This is using double triplets with a harmonic minor scale. And when you practice that, you want to put the accent on the first note of the double triplet. Now I realize on the third string I was just doing a couple notes, but that's okay. But hear that accent on the first bam, 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 bam. That's a really great way to practice because it helps your right hand to kind of get used to that muscle memory, and starts to program that phrase into your conscious and subconscious mind. Eventually, you won't be hitting that accent quite as hard, but you'll find yourself peeling that lick off as a sequence with incredible speed if you practice it slow and clean. Now sometimes I'll double up, like that kind of reminds me a little bit of an Al Di Meola style. But this is the sound of this guitar on the treble pickup right now. The Bubinga wood has a very interesting quality to it. It's very hard. It's kind of like the mid-range kind of pops out more, but with a woody sound that's also electric. It's kind of a combination of almost like an acoustic wood bump in the mid-range. Okay, so this is really an unbelievable guitar. I love it. Then you got your McLaughlin style riffs. I'm going to do a little mishmash here. Practice those sequence scales off the minor pentatonic. It's almost like paradiddles or drum rudiments, You can repeat. I like that one. And this, just practice those real slow and clean. With an accent, bam, bam. Put the accent on the first boom, and bam, boom, boom. You'll find yourself kind of getting fluid with that, and don't fight the tendency. Like if you're doing a certain phrase and it wants to go into something else, go ahead. You can go from this to. You can go diminish. Harmonic minor. I'm still right in the same area here, the 9th or the 12th fret. So I guess kind of what I'm talking about too is staying in one area of the guitar and creating different color, you know? Okay, or harmonic, diminished, and like I'm always talking about, you can always go up a minor third with that diminished. So we have minor pentatonic, harmonic minor, diminished. This is all kind of the 9th to the 12th fret here. And I better, and then that will go off an idea that way to practice that is that bam, bam. Get the accent on the first note, like bam, and then here and here, like that. And overdo that accent for the sake of developing your right hand. And you'll find yourself doing some variations naturally. But I better stop here so I don't, some of these can take so long to download, it's just nuts. That's the diminished. But boy, this AG, when I first got this guitar, to be honest with you, it sounded pretty good. It sounded really good on clean, but I wasn't too impressed with it on overdrive. But you know, since I've been playing this guitar more, it's starting to open up. I'm really starting to like it. It's got a gorgeous, really nice, sparkly mid, man. So I'm going to stop there. This is the AG85 or 95, excuse me, and I've got other videos on there. If you're interested in this guitar, feel free to call me 714. This is just acoustically, but 714-548-0385. Again, that's 714-548-0385. And this guitar, I'd give it a near mint. There's no fret where it's barely been played, but like I said, since I've been playing a little bit lately, it's really starting to come alive. I can always tell because I start to really get into it and just really enjoy playing a guitar. Yeah, I know it's starting to kind of open up. I just don't think this guitar was played hardly at all. But yeah, I can do like $479 on this. It does include a hard case, and it's a lot of guitar for the money. So, like I said, I'd give it like a near mint condition. I think I saw one or two little really minor dings. I can't even see them right now. But that Babinga wood really is more than just a huge wide flame, which is gorgeous, by the way. You know, I almost feel like I could go right into it, like it's almost 3D looking. It definitely is 3D. It's a beautiful wood. It almost looks like there's like valleys there. It just has a a lot of depth in that 3D depth, like a great flame has. But it also just has a really, and look at here with all these little swirls, kind of remind me of the swirls in a Brazilian rosewood. That's interesting. So you get flame. And kind of looks like it, I mean, it's not Brazilian, it's Babinga, but it has some of those. Babinga tends to do what it wants to do. It can be quilted, it can be bubbly. I've seen a lot of variations in Babinga. It seems to be a really interesting wood. But this one, these patterns remind me a little bit, like this one right here, reminds me a little bit of the kind of pattern you'd see in Brazilian rosewood, like an old Martin or something. So this is a beautiful guitar. $479 at the hard case. You need to pick up some shipping on that. I'll throw you in a free CD. Happy to do that. Happy to throw in my free CD, and you can listen to that. I spent a lot of money on that. Had Mr. Ian Keane as a co-producer. And anyway, so this is the Ibanez AG-95, and like I said, you can go to Steve S-T-E-V-E Zook, like cook but with a Z. Steve Zook, Z-O-O-K Guitars. I'm sorry, yeah, SteveZookGuitars.net. So STEVEZO, guitars.net if you're interested, and fill out hit contact and fill that form out, put an email and a phone, and I'll be happy to get back to you. I don't have the best of luck with the other email off YouTube. All right, thanks.